KOMUnews/Flickr Elizabeth Smart was only 14 in 2002 when she was kidnapped, taken in the middle of the night by a man who sliced through the window screen of the bedroom she shared with her little sister in her family's Salt Lake City home. The man pressed the knife against her throat. If she screamed, he told her, he would kill her family. She didn't scream. The man, Brian Mitchell, dragged Smart out of her house and up into the mountains outside the city, to an encampment he shared with his wife, Wanda Barzee. There, he raped Smart and tied her up with a metal cable, the beginning of what would be 9 months of unimaginable abuse and harrowing living conditions before she was rescued. Smart's story captured the hearts of millions. After going through such a terrible and unimaginable experience, people everywhere wanted to show their love and support. Now, over 15 years later, Smart is showing everyone how no matter what we go through in life, we are able to find healing and peace. Here are some of the ways Smart was able to overcome her past and become an author, mother, and advocate. She took control of her story. Smart hadn't planned to speak publicly about what happened to her. When she first came home, she didn't want to talk about it at all. Smart was a shy, Mormon girl and found herself embarrassed about what happened. Over the next few years, I tried to blend in, but that just never happened, Smart said. Quick trips to the grocery store were a thing of the past, because others would stop her to ask her story. When her captors went to trial, Smart felt uneasy when court proceedings didn't share all the details. That's not everything that happened, that's not my whole story, Smart said she had thought. You have an opportunity to do something about it. You have an opportunity to make a difference. She said she told herself, look, Elizabeth, you can't change the past. What's happened has happened. So you can continue to try to fight it, or you can just accept that it happened, accept that you will never go back to being that wallflower you were before you were kidnapped, and you have an opportunity to do something about it. You have an opportunity to make a difference. Instead of leaving it to the courts to tell, Smart worked with her father to have her side released. Her dad, Ed Smart, had written a book, Bringing Elizabeth Home, A Journey of Faith and Hope. She wrote her own, My Story, in 2013, followed by a documentary and a TV movie narrated by her in 2017. Smart understood how hard it was to speak up, and wanted to make sure that no other survivor felt that they were alone. She didn't define herself. Smart got married 5.5 years ago. She lives in Park City, Utah, with her husband, Matthew Gilmore, and her 2 children, Chloe, 2, and 8-month-old James. Smart doesn't see herself as a victim of a terrible crime. Smart is a survivor that doesn't let her experience define her. To some people, I recognize I probably always will be that girl that was kidnapped, Smart said in an interview. When she looks in the mirror, she sees something else. When I look in the mirror, I also see a mother and a wife, and someone I am proud to be, she said. I see an advocate. I see a survivor. Smart's decision to see herself as a wonderful mother and wife is one of the reasons she's been able to move forward. Despite the traumatic memories, Smart says that she'll tell her children about her ordeal when they get older. I'm certainly not going to hide it from them, she says. Already, I struggle with not wanting to be so overprotective, but protect them enough. Finding that balance, that's hard. I talk to my daughter all the time and say, nobody has the right to hurt you, or scare you, or make you feel afraid, she says. And if anyone ever should, you need to tell me. She helped other survivors. One way Smart has grown is through becoming an advocate for child safety. One way she helped others is through her lifetime special, Smart Justice, the Jamie Klaus case. Smart was nervous about the opportunity at first, and wanted to ensure that everyone involved felt comfortable and not exploited. In the episode, Smart sits down with 6 other survivors and each talk about their experience. I feel personally empowered by it, she says. For the first time ever, I sat on the sofa with 6 other kidnapping survivors and we talked about the struggles that we've had in our own lives after we were rescued. I feel like if any survivor were to watch this, they could walk away feeling empowered, feeling uplifted, like they're not alone. Continued on next page. Let's block ads. Why?